Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Happy Halloween. Hope you all have a safe, fun, and most of all, scary night. I know I will. But okay, now by the look of the thumbnail, I know you guys are probably thinking, Pizzo, what the hell are you on right now? How will Michael Myers, the shape of evil, be incorporated in Dragon Ball of all things? Well, it's easier said than done, but you will find out today on this haunting crossover special, which it took me a little while to make, but I'm sure you guys are gonna enjoy it. But in the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to get more great content like this. And also, go watch and sub to Unrealentgaming's channel, which I'll be linking his video in the description, where he made his own fan manga adaptation of a Michael Myers Dragon Ball crossover, in which I took some inspiration from, and from the Halloween movies of course, but I know you all are all curious to begin this spooky special. So without further ado, let's dive into it.
A few months after the Boo Saga, on a dark and stormy Halloween night, at the Sun residence, we see Chi-Chi yelling at Goku for his lack of responsibility as usual, as to why he's not ready for Bulma's Halloween party tonight, with Goten agreeing, for he was anxious to see Trunks and eat a lot of candy, for this was his first ever Halloween party. He wanted to get there as fast as possible, but typical Goku steps out in a good dress suit, looking quite annoyed, only to say, "Gosh, Chi-Chi, this suit is really tight in all the wrong places, and itchy. Can I just wear my usual gi?" "No, Goku, we have to look our best tonight. You can wear that silly thing any other time," as Goku says, "You're no fun, Chi-Chi," before turning and walking to the window to see the ongoing storm, before he sighs, as he much rather fly to Bulma's instead. But Chi-Chi says, "Well, look like we're driving then," as she claps in joy. She enjoyed the simple ways of life. Ah, the simple life. Especially a family drive, before they all got in the car and made their way to the Briefs residence. Cutting to West City, Dr. Briefs is seen along with Yamcha and Puar, who is helping out with decorations, as a doorbell rings with a spooky tone. Trunks comes speeding out to the door in hopes of it being Goten, so he could eagerly show off his amazing costume. He answers hastily and looks up. To his disappointment, it's Tien and Chaozu. He quickly vacates the scene with his head down, while Tien and Chaozu steps in to greet everyone and eagerly says, "Hey." Master Roshi comes out in shock, asking where Goku could be. Yamcha comes down from the decorations, saying that Goku was always fashionably late, until a news program had cut on with breaking news saying a mental patient had escaped an asylum yesterday night, and a citywide manhunt is on the loose to recapture the murderer, as the broadcaster says he was locked up years prior for the murder of his teen sister when he was a young child, and after he was locked up, he was placed in the care of Dr. Cochin, a world-renowned bioscientist and mental doctor, who was also on the look for him as well, until a knock on the door could be heard again. This time, Yamcha answered it, as he asked who it was before opening the door. The man had hastily said he was a visitor. Yamcha opened the door, a little hasty, as the apparent older man he's looking for a masked maniac, before a grin formed on his face. While out in the stormy night, the Sun family still on the road driving to Bulma's, but Goku's stomach begins to growl before he says he was hungry, and why they just couldn't fly there, it was much faster. But Chi-Chi retorts, saying what was so wrong with a family drive? Besides, it was storming out, and she wasn't about to get her and all of her hard work cooked food ruined, as Goku sighs, before looking back and congratulating Goten on his amazing costume, with Goten smiling and saying Mom made it with extra care and love, before they both laughed as Chi-Chi smiled, only to scream out, "Look out!" before Goku swerves and crashes the car. In the midst of the crash, Goku was flung out, as he had begun to grab his head in pain. He felt nothing but a ringing sound inside of his head, before screaming out, "Chi-Chi!" and "Goten!" But Goten had already grabbed Chi-Chi, who was now knocked out by the crash. The rainstorm had finally started to slack up, but Goku had went to see if the food was fine, and he immediately pauses, now starting to sense a ominous presence around, and quickly tells Goten in a serious tone to get himself and his mother to Bulma's fast. Something wasn't right. Goten could sense what his father was feeling, but he looked to Goku, who was looking over so solemnly, before grabbing Chi-Chi and flying away in hopes of his father being okay. Goku had begun to close his eyes, feeling out the area before looking back to see a house, a creepy one at that, he says, before he backs up into someone, no, something evil, as a drop of sweat comes down his face as he jumps back, looking at the man who we, the audience, can only know him as the Shape himself, Michael Myers. Goku is both stunned, and for the first time since his bout with the Majin Buu, he felt a dreadful notion that this guy is a normal human, if he even human at that, before Goku says, "Listen, I don't know who you are or what you are, but whatever I'm sensing off you, it isn't right. It's pure evil. I can feel it. Now I'm gonna give you just a chance to leave here in peace. I don't want to hurt," but the ever so quiet Michael slowly steps forward, and before Goku could even blink, he appeared in his face as he grabbed the Satan's throat while smashing him through the door of the mysterious house from behind as Goku struggled to get free until he screams out, powering up, and he kicks Michael through the roof with sheer velocity, right as Goku got up to quickly pursue the masked man, and to his shock, he disappeared before Michael jumped out from behind the chimney, slashing the Saiyan with his butcher knife from behind. Goku screams in pain and agony as Michael leapt forward, aiming to finish Goku off, but the Saiyan realizes he's dealing with something else entirely, before he powers up his ki a little bit more right before instant transmitting to the ground as Michael fell out the roof. Goku flies to where Michael fell, only to see him as well disappear again. Goku looks around but can't really point out any direct signals, and he's not sensing anything anymore. It's almost as Michael has gone completely silent, or dead for that matter. But everywhere was also dark and quiet, so he tries to quiet down himself. He instantly goes into Super Saiyan, using a lot of his aura to see what's around him, but Goku turns around frantically as now he can't sense anything, as if Michael just vanished. But just as he drops his guard to check his watch for the time, Michael stabs Goku through the chest as the Super Saiyan falls to the ground in critical condition, blood spewing out, and right before Goku finally passes out, he sees Michael standing over him with the killer beginning to walk off towards West City. Goku could only mutter, "Chi-Chi and Goten, I'm sorry. I couldn't protect you," before blacking out due to his injury. While in West City, Bulma finally steps down to greet everyone, presenting herself in a classic bunny outfit that was very attractive, that she had saved since she was a teen, as all you DBZ fans must remember. But as the guys looks on, blushing by the stunning costume, Roshi bursts out saying, "Oh, I remember that outfit quite well," as he reflects on the times. Ah, the memories. Before he's met with a punch to the head by Bulma, who says, "Yeah, I remember as well, you pervy old man." But she says she's been waiting for Vegeta, her true lovely prince, to arrive so he could sweep her off her feet and also take notice of her attractive costume, as she's thinking in her mind about what's gonna happen tonight, but that's not for the kids. But she screams out to Trunks, trying to get what he thinks of the costume, but the ever so embarrassed Trunks only puts his mask on in shame before he once again exits the scene. But Bulma begins to ask have everyone made it yet to start the party off right, but Tien retorts saying they're still waiting on Son Goku to arrive with his family of Chi-Chi and Goten. But Bulma saying, typical Goku, always late. I bet you Chi-Chi probably had him driving. But she begins to notice Yamcha at the door talking to someone who she assumes must be Goku or Vegeta, but she assumes Goku, as she goes to see who it was, but to her shock, she couldn't believe who it was. It was her bio teacher from college of all people, Dr. Cochin. She goes to greet him, but before she could say a word, all the lights had instantaneously shut down, as Yamcha says, "What's going on?" But he's quickly hit in the head by a blunt object, Cochin's cane that is, while Bulma screams out, "Yamcha, are you okay?" but looks up to see Dr. Cochin himself stepping in, his bio arm intact, before he says, "Hello, Miss Briefs. Nice to see you on this lovely Halloween night. So many surprises have yet to come. You just wait and see."